Back to the Jiggy Jaguar Show on the network.
Okay. We are going to, by the way, if you want to hear the last, 5-10 minutes of that interview with Britain's fastest hypnotist, you can go to our website, jiggyjaguar.com, and we have that over there. The full thing, audio, video, the whole 9 yards over there at jiggyjaguar.com. However, we have a studio guest, which is fantastic because we've just got our studio all put back together. I got all the damn boxes out of here finally. And I haven't had a studio guest in a while, and so I don't have all my crap turned on. So we've got our studio guest with us. How are you, sir?
I'm good. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. We are just making things happen and getting things put back together after a worldwide pandemic. And
That's the truth.
people aren't traveling. People are traveling again. It's quite the deal. And then of course I've got, what is that? We're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of that. And I'm getting rid of that and that. And I'm just going to make an adjustment on that. And boom. Okay. There we are. Okay. Can you hear yourself in those headphones? Grab a different mic. It might be the mic. You can take those mics off the deal. If you can get it off there. There we are. You might be able to hear yourself better now. There we are.
I can't hear myself.
You're good. If I can hear you, you might need to adjust over there on the couch or switch headphones. Like I said, we have not we've not done this in a while, so I'm having to
Hello?
to get there. We are. I've got you again. You can't hear yourself. Try different headphones, maybe. I have not been able to get.
Whoa.
Might need to. See, if I had my assistant here, she would be able to get all that worked out. But we're taping the show ahead of time because of Father's Day. I've got a shoot I've got to be at later, so or having to make all sorts of concessions, and I wanted to get you in today, and wanted to get you part of the show today, so I've got to make an adjustment on this end. And then, by the way, if you want to get a hold of us online, it is jiggyjaguar.com. Also, 990 WBOB in Rhode Island, of all places. And you can also find us each and every week on The Mix on Tuesdays if you missed the show live. And so the last time you were here with 40.
Yeah, the Prophet
and the Prophet.
Yeah, and Eric the Kid.
Yes.
Kid Miller.
So what have you been up to during a worldwide pandemic?
This whole time during this pandemic, I've been in and out of jail. I can't even lie. I know we had an interview set up one time. Week before I was supposed to come to the interview, I got locked up. I just did 11 months in county, pretty much this whole time in the pandemic, So really, I really be out here living the stuff I rap about. So, you rap about, when you live the stuff you rap about, you gon' go to jail.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it's not pro wrestling. You talk about guns and going to jail.
You go
to jail.
You go to jail. At the end of the day, you got to be prepared for that.
Yes. And there's a lot of guys that are not prepared for that sort of thing.
I knew at 16 when I got indicted. From distribution of marijuana, distribution of cocaine.
Which the marijuana thing and even the cocaine thing to me,
a little bit, you know what I'm saying,
is so ridiculous.
But first,
Go ahead, brother.
let
Go
me
ahead.
explain what my name is, and
Yeah.
what I'm doing with my
Go
music
ahead,
and
brother.
what my outlook for the rest of my career is. So, YGF the Bull, YGF stands for Yogi's Growth Family. R.I.P. Yogi. That's my cousin Norman that got killed on 6th and Washington over here.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this or not, but he was a rapper too. He was out there, But Yogi's Growth Family, that's grow. We're going to grow from the old things that we used to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me being in and out of jail all the time, that's giving me an outlook from a couple of old heads, like, what are we really doing to these kids when we put out this music, So, like, yeah, I'm putting out this music so I can get the publicity, but really what I want to put a light on is not only the crime community and what it ends as, because it only ends in death in prison, I'm an addict, I've been in multiple rehabs, I'm not afraid to say, to say nothing. I was in an addiction of methamphetamines because I was allegedly selling it or whatever.
Yeah.
But addiction is real, and people think that shit's just like they throw it to the side,
Yes.
And that's one of the platforms I want to utilize, like, and put light on. And then I have schizophrenia, I have mental illnesses, I have people that talk in my head, The Bull is really one of my schizophrenic people that's grown over the time, So I want to put light on the schizophrenic community too, because like, people don't understand, like, people really got 6 people. Have you ever been in a room by yourself and talked to 6 different people?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've been around multiple people that have, so it is yeah, it is something else, brother.
That's just what I want to do with my music, put light on some of the more serious situations that are going on in the universe that people don't understand.
That's crazy. It is a great guest. He joins us today here in studio, and we have got quite the deal today. We are going to be showcasing 3 of his great tracks. So I did not know that the deal over at 6th of Washington that you were.
That's my cousin.
Wow.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yogi. Norman Cushenberry. Shout out to my cousin.
Wow, that's crazy.
I put out a new freestyle on YouTube. It's for all my dead homies, all my men locked up.
Yeah.
It's like, the chorus really ain't all that, you know what I'm saying? Because I really ain't got a real studio, you know what I'm saying? But it's singing, and I ain't no singer. I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper.
No singer, I'm a rapper.
You know what I'm saying? But if you check out that verse go crazy, you know what I'm saying?
We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast.
Yeah, bull.
So tell me a little bit about this first track we're going to hear.
All right, so the first one is Harder Than Ever. It got Kid Millie on it, you know what I'm saying? Eric, my cousin, that's my cousin too. We created this track in an Oxford house. We created this track in my Oxford bed on an iPhone 11XS Pro. Oh, my mama. And this is Harder Than Ever, so like, I really wrote the chorus when I was out living in Seattle, because I've lived in 13 different cities, 6 different states. So I wrote this Harder Than Ever in Seattle, and it was real for me then, because like, as we play this, you're gonna see, like, when I write my music, I tell real life stories. Ain't no faking, ain't no pump faking, none of that. Like, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And then like, I was just fresh out of jail at the Oxford house. I'm recording my own songs and stuff. My cousin hit me up like, hey, I need somewhere to kick it. I'm like, come kick it over here, Next thing we know, we in the studio doing the thing, and this come out. It could be a little bit better production, but it's still alright. I like what I put out.
Hey, that's cool that you guys put that together and did all that. So let's go to this track. It is here.
Check it out
on the Jiggy Jaguar Experience.
Jiggy Jag.
Yeah, gang. This is YGF. Bull Productions. Yeah.
Time of this shit right here.
Harder than ever, perfecting my craft, getting better and better. I'm not a rap, but I get to the shit up on these niggas just like a Beretta. I'm going harder than ever, perfecting my craft, getting better and better. I'm not a rap, but I get to the shit up on these niggas just like a Beretta. Wanna stay on my mind, I gotta grind. I'm not a rap, but I get to the cheddar. Pop off on these niggas just like a Beretta. Fine, I will go harder than ever, perfecting my craft, getting better and better. I'm not a rap, but I get to the cheddar. Pop off on these niggas just like a Beretta. Fine.
I'm getting better and better, pop out on whoever. I'm out to the cheddar. I stay on the field with them demons and devils. Just like a newspaper, I be editor. I am the best, nigga, I'm the mega. Yeah, smooth, nigga, he clever. Talk too much, he need a molestation. Yeah, he talk, he need a molestation. He really the one that is smoke. Yeah, we smoke a nigga like a black. Nigga be talking that shit, but you run up on me, then nigga, you can get smacked. I'm not playing with niggas, you know that I'm back. I'm just getting to the cash, I'm getting the bag. But fuck niggas talking that shit, but I know that these niggas rap.
I can go harder than ever, perfecting my craft, getting better and better. I'm not a rap, but I get to the cheddar. Pop off on a nigga just like a Beretta. Bang. I've been going harder than ever, perfecting my craft, getting better and better. I'm not a rap, but I get to the cheddar. Pop off on a nigga just like a Beretta. Bang. Gang, 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 it's some old gang shit. Whoa, we out here in Hush, we go crazy.
A fantastic track here on our big broadcast. Coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio today, AM/FM, 247.com, and of course 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island. And so you have got quite the deal here. This who is this? It never fails. I have studio guests, and they call me. You are live on the air. Who is this?
This is George Sobel.
Hey, George. How are you?
It's George. George is my brother.
Yes. Well, what can I do for you, sir? We're live on 990 WBOB and KJagRadio.com doing the big show. How are you, my friend?
Well, I'm doing great. Great to speak to you, and what a pleasant surprise. I was calling you to make an appointment, and here I am now.
Well, do this. I've got a studio guest, and we are doing the show live. Call me here in about an hour, and we'll talk about this appointment and all sorts of things, man.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. It's live radio, folks. Usually what happens on Sundays is I have the people that are going to be on this show are so damn excited that they call early. And then, of course, I'm taping the show early. And so we just basically have just run into a boulder here. I apologize about that, my friend. But that last track was pretty damn amazing. You made the comment before we got on that you did this in, you didn't do it in a professional studio. That sounded pretty damn decent.
You know, and ultimately, the song goes, the lyrics go, I've been going harder than ever.
Yeah.
Perfecting my craft. This is my craft, you know what I'm saying? Getting better and better. You know? So if you would have seen the first music video I put out with shout out Dulcie Movies at YGF Bull on YouTube, you would have seen the first music video I put out and heard that, and then seen the second one and the progress that I made, you would have been like, yeah, he is going harder. He is doing this damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we have got a great guest with us in studio. He joins us today here on our big program, Coast to Coast and Border to Border on iHeartRadio today, and also AM/FM 247.com and 990 WBOB. So the YGF the Bowl.
The bull, baby.
We explained the bowl part of it because it's a voice that's in your head.
Yeah, he never stopped talking, so
he never stops talking, so he's there.
Right there. He's talking to me right there.
He's there. So, tell me a little bit about the YGF part of it. Where did this come from?
So,
are these initials?
No, so pretty much it's an abbreviation. So, originally, shout out to YGF Spaz because that's my brother. He admit when Norman died, we initially made it YGMGF, Yogi Gang, My G Family, but that's way too long. Like if you go on SoundCloud, you'll see us on there. Me and YGF Spaz, we putting up music. YGMGF or YGMGF Spaz. That's too much to say. That's a lot of breath, you know.
Yeah.
So throughout time, it's kind of been shrunk to YGF, Yogi's Growth Family, for what it really means. And like, it means grow, and not only grow for ourselves, but grow for the people that are gone because they can't grow anymore, you know. But they're still there with us and trying to rise with us, you know. So we got to live for them through us, you know. So really, it's just a little remembrance of my dead cousin, Norman Cushionberg.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, how do people get in touch with you on social media? Do you have a website? Do you have a way people can download your music?
I mean,
are you on SoundCloud?
I'm on
Anywhere like this?
I'm on all types of platforms. I'm on YouTube. I'm on SoundCloud. You can check me out on SoundCloud, YGF Bull. You know, it's just look me up. I got super jumping music on SoundCloud. I got music from years ago. If you're trying to get me on Facebook, it's just my regular name, Dakota Groover. But I'm working on getting a artist page right now. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. Check me out on TikTok. I'm TikTok famous for.
You're on TikTok.
Oh God, I'm trying to get on all platforms.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do all the dances, you know.
All this dancing on TikTok. I see all these people dancing on TikTok.
But I can't do their dances.
I can't do their dances.
No, as soon as the music starts, I just start doing my own dance. And they're like, that's not the dance you're supposed to do. I'm like, I don't care. They're going to start doing my dance.
They're going to start doing my dance. Well, that's great. We have got a great guest with us today, YGF DeBowl in studio. Baby. And he is fantastic, and he joins us today here on our big program here on the Sunday radio show. And
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, it is. It is Father's Day when we are putting this together. So, what has been the reaction to your music? What have people online or when people see you out in public or whatever? What has that been?
So like, I'm popping. You know what I'm saying? Like, not trying to get into deep things. Like, I'm a gang member, you know what I'm saying? So automatically all my gang fuck with my shit, you know what I'm saying? And then like,
hey, that's good.
You know?
you got a captive audience.
They gonna listen no matter what. You know? It could be the worst music ever, so you know, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But like, I be sending it all through Facebook. You know, I think
awesome.
That's how we got linked. I send it through Facebook, everything. I send it on Instagram, and people be like, "Man, if you just got a real studio, man, your YouTube video's so hard." And then I go out in public, and people are like, "Bull," like, but people know Bull from like street altercations. That's the problem, you know. Like, people know.
You know, that is tremendous. They don't know the bowl from the hip hop side. No. They know me from street altercations.
You know, remember that time on 43rd Park when you came and beat up that dude? He was like 7 foot tall. I'm like, damn, I don't remember that.
Wow.
Yo, I'm like, but like, that's one of the things I would like to shed light on schizophrenia. Like, when we are that other person, like, cause my person comes out. Like, that's why I gave Bull a name. Like, there's other names for my people too, but Bull is the main one, and he will come out. And like, when he comes out, the whole situation is turning drastic. It's no good for nobody. So like, as I've got, like, when I was younger, like 16, 17, he would just come out. I had no control.
Oh yeah.
You know, but now that I'm 22, you know, gaining knowledge of what I'm really suffering from. You know, because it is an illness. What I'm really suffering from, I can control it. You know, I can tell. I can. No, not right now. It's like you ever seen Hulk?
Yes.
And he's
I was getting ready to compare you to the old Incredible Hulk show, Lou Ferrigno and everything.
And what's crazy is the Hulk is my favorite superhero.
Hulk's badass.
You know, he gonna smash. Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. Well, I hear you on the whole. You get to be another person.
Man.
Because it's I've been there, brother. In fact, I was there a couple weeks ago at old Lawrence, Kansas with the old smoker fights.
What?
Oh, you got to get on my Facebook. I'll tag you on my smoker fight I did. But I originally got in there and we were just kickboxing and I was just fucking around, and then this guy did something stupid. I don't remember what it was, and it was I had my Brock Lesnar moment, as I always like to say. And I wanted nothing to do but just fucking run this guy into the floor. and it just after the fight was over with, the guy's like, well, I seen you walk in and I seen you hitting mitts with your coach, blah blah blah. And it was just me and Ernest over there, and he's all of a sudden he's like, I didn't think you were gonna throw that much fury and power at me. And I'm like, I was fucking pissed. So I hear you on the whole thing, man. It's a deal. It's something else. So okay, let's go to the next track we've got here.
It's the Monster Flow track. You hear me?
Great. The master transition strikes again. Monster Flow. Tell us a little bit about this, man.
So real life. So like I said, I just got out of incarceration. You know what I'm saying? I see all these people from Hutch posting YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? I had YouTube. I had Dulcie out. I had Harder Than Ever out. And my cousin Kid, he done put up a Millie Flow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Millie Flow. I'm like, okay. Dante put up Trauma Flow. I mean, Boy Gamble put up.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? He put up Trauma Flow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going through my tracks and stuff that I've had previously recorded and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and originally this song was called The Intro.
Oh.
It was the intro for my whole new mixtape.
Yeah.
But it's like, what I'm doing now with my music is like, I'm just slowly sliding y'all out some little singles. You know what I'm saying? All my old music is gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just get the publicity off of it. And then so I'm like, fuck the intro. This about to be the Monster Flow. Because I go in here, in this song, I just go straight bars. No chorus, straight bars, just go in. And there ain't nothing that no one can tell me or say about none of it because it's going in.
Well, here we go. It is Monster Flow. YGF to Bowl here.
Oh, baby.
On the Sunday Radio Show.
With the whole squad out here, yeah. We got them all. All the hard label.
I'm a monster, ambitious, I'm down with the sickness. I'm pulling your bitches, yeah, even your mistress. She all on my dick, man, she getting so wet. Fucking her, yeah, I'm grabbing her neck. She screaming out, Fredo, man, you are the best. Once I'm done, I'm giving her back. No time for these songs, got paper to stack. She call on my phone, I'm declining that. She still want a phone, no fun of that. She just as a hoe, no loving that. She really the bros, no cuffing that. My pockets, they swollen, they super fat.
My pocket's too fat out here. It's all because of these niggas. I'm here now. I'm born for life. Let's go.
It's fuck all your feelings, cause business is business. I only fuck bitches to fuck up their kidneys. I'm blowing more smoke than they did in the 60s. I used to sell coke to a bad bitch, they with me. All of my niggas, they ride it out with me. All of my bitches, they steady be tricking. All of my bitches, they steady be fishing. They drooling on me, cause dick they be wishing. Fuck with the racks, now he's missing. Bitch, what you think? I ain't really pimping. I mess with dang, but bitch, I'm a menace. Bitch, I'm a menace.
Man, I'm a motherfucking menace to these niggas. They don't understand. I'm too strong out here. I got these bars out here.
Stacking up paper just like it was bread. That bitch I don't, but she give me the head. In case her sister try to fuck me instead. Mostly with black, almost never with red. Don't get me wrong, I'm not banging my friend. Just roll with G's cause they don't talk to feds. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just on my meds. Dodging these cases like Mayweather, bitch. These charges on me, they never will get. Cause none of my niggas ever will snitch. I mean, if they do, then it's off with their heads. Or their whole body will fill up with lead. No testifying against me, my nicks. I'm rapping like I'm on 106. 106. 106. 106. 106. Started out with coke from my big OG. Then I moved to X just for the dope face. Man, while I'm lying, it was all about the green. Always on a hustle, just trying to feed my team. Shine like a ring and I ball like a ring. When I'm just pop, I'm letting off steam. Step on the scene, it's all eyes on me. Cause I dress like a fiend, all gold jewelry. I ain't with the foolery, I want my money now. And if I don't get it, then my gun's gonna plow. Plow. 2 shots out, 2 niggas down, nigga. You ain't hunting, nigga. You a fucking clown. 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 Move like a nigga in the motherfucking clutch. Always got my pistol like a motherfucking must. Even real niggas I never fucking trust. Sitting ass niggas all always popping up. Trying to get in functions, trying to get in crumping. Ain't nobody crumping, everybody bumping, everybody grinding. They do it so grimy. Boys get excited, pistol get ignited. Let's start a
so high and get so fly and get excited.
That is YGF The Bowl here
Baby.
on our big program. Coast to coast, border to border on WBOB 990 in Rhode Island, of all places. So, for somebody not having a professional studio, it sounds professional. So,
You know, imagine what I could do with a real studio, a real, you know what I'm saying, real stuff, you know. Like,
there is and we're going to be going up there, I believe, August 1st, I think. There is a place in Kansas City. It's called the Emerald Dream Labs. When they said, hey, you know, come up, do the show from the studio and everything,
yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, I've been, and as you know, we've been to people's quote-unquote studios. It's a curtain and a microphone.
A box that they made.
And I walk in, and this place is exactly what you see in, like, music videos. They got the booth. You need to go up to Kansas City sometime and check these guys out, because these Emerald Dream Labs, they are something else, man. It's quite the deal.
But my thing is, like, so after I put out that song right there, Monster
Yeah.
Flow, after I put that out, I'm on my promotion sites and stuff. I'm promoting my music and stuff. And then someone hit me up. Like, a couple of people actually hit me up, like, oh, well, you can get in this studio for this much amount. And, we'll sign you. We'll sign, like, these people in Atlanta were like, we'll sign you to a 2-year deal for $2 million, but you got to pay for the flight out here to Atlanta.
Ah, boy. Yeah, I know these people.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, 2 years for $2 million, you get all my music? You know what I'm saying? Plus, I have to pay for the fight. And my thing is like, I can get money at any point in time. But my thing is like, only way I know how to get money, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't got my social security card. I don't got my birth certificate. I don't got my ID. I'm fresh out of county, you know what I'm saying? Like, only way for me to get money is sell drugs. And I refuse to sell drugs.
Yeah.
I've done that shit for 6 years now, you know what I'm saying? Only places ever ended me is in institutions, you know?
Yep.
So, like,
Yep.
I'd rather just stay at home, work on my music all day, you know what I'm saying? Because it don't sound like shit, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't. You know, I would have thought that was done out of a professional studio, the way that's put together. You've done some really cool stuff.
You know, so ultimately, like, at the end of the day, I could pay y'all, or I could just keep doing my thing over here.
That's right.
And then whenever I finally do pop, then I get all the profit, all the income. You know.
Well, and I don't know if you know about the real story on these guys that are like, well, we'll sign you. You got to pay for your plane ticket to get out of it. I did not know anything about these people until a few years ago. We did a show from, ironically, from the public library here in Hutchinson, and I had B-Ray and one of his buddies on, and we had this rapper from Salina came down.
Yeah.
And this guy was doing he had done that. He had paid for the flight and went out and did all the stuff. And he was on there to talk about, you know, I'm gonna get signed. I'm gonna, you know, all this stuff, talking about how they hit me up on the internet. They sent me a deal, and I'm gonna go get signed, and you know, but I gotta pay for my flight and my hotel.
It's so fishy.
And so he was getting ready to leave like that Monday. He was going out there.
Word.
And B-Ray is sitting over here just shaking his head through the whole interview. And as soon as we got done, we went to commercial break, and while we were sitting there, B-Ray's like, that guy does not understand what's getting ready to go on. Oh. And I said, what? And he goes, here's how this stuff works. He goes, there's these people on the internet. Of course, that's always how it starts. there's these people on the internet. What they do is they go through the SoundClouds and, Facebooks and all this stuff, and they find all these artists. And they see that, like with you, they see that your production sounds like you were in a major studio. Yeah. And like with him, he was putting out a track every week. He was just, every week he's putting something out. And so everybody these guys get to thinking, well, like with you, you've got, if you were in a professional studio, your stuff would you would jump up a level.
Stupid, yeah.
And with him, he's putting out so much content that at some point, somebody's going to see it. Yeah. It's just the law of averages.
Yeah.
It's like there's a, I don't know why they make a big deal out of this chick, but there's this chick in Wichita named Humpback Chunk that everybody and their brother is into. And
that's her name?
That's her name, yeah.
Who picked that name?
Who picked that name?
I'm still running it back in my head. Like, Humpback Chunk.
Well, what happened is that she was putting out so much content that somehow it came across Snoop Dogg. Yeah. And so Snoop Dogg tweets the video, and oh my God, you got to check out Humpback Chunk. Now, Snoop Dogg's not going to sign her. Snoop Dogg's not going to give her a deal. Yeah. But she put out so much content, somebody saw it. So what happens is these people, like for instance with you, they're like, hey, we'll give you all this money. You pay for your flight, your hotel, and you come out here to Atlanta or wherever they're based. What you do is you go sign a deal with them. And they're going to give you, like with you, you paid for your hotel, you paid for your flight, you sign a deal with them. I've never heard we're going to give you money. It's usually we'll just sign you. So maybe they would give you the money. I don't know. But what's going to happen is they sit on this. You don't hear anything out of these people for like 5 years. So you just go on about your business. Let's say you keep putting out tracks. Let's say you take let's say they do give you $2 million. And you take it and you go, well, hell, I got $2 million. I'm going to invest back in me. So you go get a professional studio. You get 2 or 3 tracks put together. You go and you get a marketing company and you get professional photos.
But they own the name now.
Well, see, what happens is you just go on about your business because you're like, okay, well, they're going to get a hold of me. Well, let's say you put that money in the bank and you wait a year. You don't hear anything out of them. You're like, oh, well, they're busy. They're signing artists, whatever. You then go on about your business. Okay, let's say you put the money into the studio and you do the photos. You get all the stuff going. You use this $2 million they've given you because you've been gifted this money. You're going to invest in you. So you put out a song, and let's say Snoop Dogg or somebody comes across it and he sees it. He tweets it out. He helps you. Let's say he, for whatever reason, he helps you get a deal. He helps you get a deal. You're now, on Snoop Dogg's record label. Those guys are going to pop up now. And they're going to say, hey, remember that deal we gave you that you signed? We own all this now. So then anything you make off anything you make goes right to them because you signed a deal. And so that's what B-Ray was telling me. He's like, this dude's just going to keep making music, and he's just going to be whatever. And these guys are going to pop up out of nowhere, and they're going to be like, oh, hey!
I need my payday.
Remember what you signed, bud? Now, here's the thing. They're giving out that company, let's say, is giving a deal to the guy in Salina. They gave you a deal. They're giving a deal to like 60 dudes in Wichita. They're giving a deal to 75 guys in Kansas City. Because their deal is the law of averages. One of you motherfuckers is going to make it. And when you make it, they get it all back. So let's say, for instance, they were to give you the $2 million.
They're not worried about it.
And then they give the 75 guys in Kansas City $2 million. They're not worried about any of that. Because 2 years from now, you've signed a deal with Snoop Dogg. And he gives you $50 million. And then they can turn around and go, well, we made our money back.
times 10.
Yeah. And the thing is it didn't cost them a hotel, and it didn't cost them a flight because you paid for that. Because you looked at that and went, oh, I'm going to get this deal. I'm going to get this money. And then you get out there, and they have you sign it, and like D-Ray was telling me, they've got the big giant offices with the glass, the glass tower. They got the 3-piece suits. They got the business cards. All the shit.
Yeah.
And you walk in there and you're like, oh, man. And you're starstruck and you're marking out. And then you get in there and you sign it. And then they go, hey, we'll be in touch, blah, blah, blah. You head out the door. And then you don't see them. And then all of a sudden later on you're like, well, these guys are busy, whatever, because you're starstruck.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later or 5 years later or whatever, you pop up somewhere. Like you go and audition, let's say, for American Idol. American Idol signs you up. Okay? American Idol is going to turn around. They're going to be like, okay, well, before we do anything, did you sign anything with anybody? Okay, you don't remember because 5, 10 years later, you're like, oh, yeah, well, you don't think to say anything because you're like, well, those fucking guys in Atlanta or wherever, they're flakes, fuck them. But then you get to be a big deal, and you're on American Idol, and you're on, like, let's say the Final 6 or whatever the hell it is. And then those guys see it on TV, and they're like, oh, that's the motherfucker we signed 15 years ago.
Man, that's why I'm...
And this is the thing, and this is, and I hate to say this because this is going to sound horrible. It's almost better. No wonder you see these guys out here selling drugs than fucking with the music industry. I'll just do some hip-hop and go sell some fucking drugs on the side because fuck. At least if the cops catch me, I'm going to jail or prison immediately.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, well, we let you sell
5 years.
pot for fucking 15 years. And you made all this money. They're catching you ass and they're putting you away now. You can do your time and get back out on the streets. Not like these motherfuckers that are like, we'll wait.
They playing the long game. Hey, when that offer came across my messenger, you know what I'm saying? 2 things popped in my mind. And initially, first thing that popped in my mind was like, what? A deal?
There it is.
$2 million?
There it is. That's how they get you, baby.
Instantly, I start texting them back like, where is it at? Where are we doing?
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Where's this thing? And then the second thing that popped in my head, shout out to Tim. I met him in rehab. He's like, think. You don't, he said, move off of logic, not emotion. So then I start asking the real questions. How many songs do I have to create? Well, you're gonna have all the music for 2 years. It's gonna be ours. Hold on, what? How much? How are you gonna give me venues? Well, you got to get your own venues. What?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And there and see, even then, there was a guy. I'm trying to remember who that was. Might have been XV. There was a guy in Wichita. He got a deal with Warner Brothers. He got a respectable deal with Warner Brothers. But he still had to book his own shows. He still had to go, book his own shows, get the sound, get the lights, all the bullshit. He still had to do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put him in a Madden commercial. Yeah, they put him in a couple other things. But he still had to do all the other shit.
Which I understand, I understand this is a career, this is a job. Like, my mom's, shout out to my moms, I love her to death. But she be like, you need to get a job. get a real job.
Well, and see, this is the thing.
You know, but people don't understand. Music is a real job. Like, we have to work 24/7. We have to find the venues. We got to promote. We got to do all. We got to make the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Well, see, this is something. This is something else. Me and a few people are getting ready to put together, which it's been a nightmare because it's always a nightmare. But we're getting ready to bring Devin the Dude to Hutchinson in November.
Okay.
Well, the thing is that we got to find a venue. Okay, so we found the venue. We're going to do it at Memorial Hall. So then all of a sudden, okay, it's not just enough since it's a city-owned building. You got to go meet with the cops. And you got to explain to them what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then you've got to get a sound guy. But if you want to use the sound equipment in Memorial Hall, you have to hire the sound guy that's approved for Memorial Hall. You know, there's all this shit that you got to do.
That's big.
And so that's the thing that people don't see is that, once we get all this in place and we do the show, we have all the locals, we do all the shit.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It'll be a good time.
But there's work.
But at the end of the night, it's like nobody saw the building won't return my phone calls bullshit before I get the contract signed. I got to advertise the show. I got to find a couple sponsors. We got to find performers.
Yeah.
Then, I've got to go through, especially with the performers, I've got to go through and I've got to say, because of course they're going to ask, well, what about getting paid? And I'm like, you're going to get paid. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 20 tickets. You know your audience.
Yeah.
Go out and sell them.
Yeah.
And then you're paid.
Yeah, that's the.
All you got to do is show up at the end of the night. So there'll be guys like you that'll go out and go, well, you give me 20 tickets, I could sell 40 tomorrow. Yeah. But then there's going to be other guys that are going to be like, well, I don't want to go out and hustle. And I'm like, you know your crowd. I don't know your crowd. Yeah. And see, like a guy with you could easily get on Facebook and go, hey, $20 a ticket. I'm opening for Devin the Dude. Blah, blah, blah. Memorial Hall, November. Let's go. You're going to have all these people in your comments and in your direct messages on Facebook go, dog, I got to come to the show. Yeah. Where can I get a ticket?
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, or at the end of the day, I gave you 20. You sold 40, so I got to give you 20 more.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and sell, by the time the show comes around, you've sold 80 tickets.
Yeah.
What, $20 a pop? That's your money.
Yeah.
But you gotta teach these guys. You gotta get everybody to rethink the whole thing because you're used to playing a show and at the end of the night either A, not getting paid. Which is usually what happens.
See, that's what I was.
Or you're having to chase the fucking promoter to get paid.
See, that's what I wanted to bring up. Like, you remember when we did that show out in McPherson?
Yes.
You remember? So
good old McPherson, Kansas.
You know what I'm saying?
The old NAS bar, City Limits, or wherever the fuck.
City Limits. That's what it's called.
It.
I still got pictures on my other Facebook from with you. Y'all like this? But anyways. So
I always got to get the point in.
Yeah.
That's a Michael Nagy thing. I always got to
That's
get
your
the
sign
point
off,
in.
huh? That's your
Yes. I always got to get the point in. Okay. Go ahead.
So Houston and JL, the ones that put us on to the show and stuff, and they're like, here, sell these tickets. They gave me like 15 tickets. You know what I'm saying? I sell all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. You know what I'm saying? We go to the show. I do the show. I do 2 songs at the show. They did a whole mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I got $20.
See, that's the thing.
$20.
Yeah.
They at least left with $200 each.
There was a
but that was when I was young and I didn't understand.
Well, and also, which I know a lot of these guys, they and I hear it in the pro wrestling stuff all the time. You got to pay your dues. I get that, but you're paying your dues should be, I'm going out and I'm hustling tickets. I'm trying to build a fan base. I'm doing all that stuff. That should be paying your dues.
Yeah.
Not, I hustled all these tickets, and you guys gave me a 20 spot at the end of the night.
I could barely go buy some tree with me.
Probably didn't even pay your gas to get back.
No, they got me a ride out there, you know what I'm saying? And they're still my family, you know what I'm saying? They're still my family. I still mess with them, you know what I'm saying? We don't talk, me and Houston don't talk no more. Me and JL don't talk no more. But JL's mama's like my mama. She's still, you know what I'm saying? But shit, I got in trouble with my baby moms that night. What the fuck was you doing at the club? I got in trouble for $20?
Yeah.
You know, I got in trouble for $20?
Yeah. So, and you know, one of the things Houston has said, and he said this on this program on several occasions, is why are we doing these shows where we're opening up for these, where we're paying to get on these shows with these huge names?
Yeah.
Huge names should be paying to get on a show with us because you're bringing the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like for instance, I don't know. We'll use fucking Tone Loc as an example. Tone Loc had Funky Cold Medina and like 2 other songs of the 80s. But he's going on tour now.
Yeah.
And he's got motherfuckers paying to get on his show. They're like, oh, I got to pay, you know, whatever it is, $150, $250 to open for Tone Loc. I get to do 3 songs. And I'm like, okay, most of your audience wasn't even alive when Tone Loc was a big deal. So they're showing up going, I'm coming to see you. Give a fuck about Tone Loc, because who the fuck is Tone Loc? They've heard Funky Cold Medina once.
Their whole life.
Their whole life. So, you know, I hear you on the whole, you got to do all this stuff, but at the same time, my feeling is that if we give, this is one of the things that me and Jarrell were talking about with the Stev and the Dude show, is you go to somebody like Keyboy, and you say, hey, you want to get on the show? Here's 20 tickets to start with.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you 20 more. And then at the end of it, he's like, okay, well, who do I need to turn the money into? And you're like, you don't turn the money into nobody. I just need to know you've sold these tickets. That money's yours.
Yeah.
So Key's going to be more apt to hustle.
Yeah, to do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If I'm selling these tickets for free, like, I ain't going to go to the, I ain't going to have a plug come to me and be like, here, go sell this pound of marijuana and bring me back everything that you got. So why am I putting my at risk? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why am I giving you the product?
I'm not understanding this concept right now.
You know, I will have to say, on the marijuana thing, I will have to say I am so happy that there are states that are starting to legalize this.
Well, did you know in March this year, Kansas passed medical marijuana. They're actually working on getting it through the Senate right now. They're working on. They're working on medical.
Because I remember when I was living at the old Leon Apartments here in Hutchinson in 99, 2000. We had this neighbor. He was kind of like our Kramer from Seinfeld. His name was Gary the Indian guy. And Gary, this motherfucker. What's great is that he had a brother named Skeeter Mandeville. I'm like, that's his fucking name. But he had this guy named Skeeter, and Gary's a big pot guy. Loves smoking pot. Or as Johnny Kim from the Muse Ballroom would say, oh, smoking the pot. Smoking the pot. So, I watched one time Gary go and he bought a bag of pot, which crazy fucking thing. He goes and he gives the money to my buddy Shatner. Yeah. Shatner goes and gives it to some other guy. Some other guy went and got it to some other guy in South Hutch. Some other guy took it to Wichita, and they got the bag of pot. But the thing is, hold on, we ain't done yet on this.
No.
The bag's got to come back through.
I know.
Well,
exactly.
when the bag comes back through, this motherfucker's taking a little out. This motherfucker's taking a little out. So by the time Gary gets this bag, it looks like the size of those bags that you see on 4th of July with the poppers that you throw on the ground and explode.
Oh.
It looked like that, and it had maybe a little bit of pot in it, and some seeds and some stems.
Oh, they let the
And
seed-
Gary's like,
let the seed
I got me some pot.
burly.
And I told him, I said, there is going to come a day. I said, I know you might not think it now,
Yeah.
but there is going to come a day where your dumb ass is going to be able to just go to a store, spend money, and walk out with a product, and you're not giving it to 60 dudes.
Yeah.
And all 60 dudes are taking their hands in it.
See, look, I've done what I've done, So, like, what people don't understand, like, so, if I don't have it, I'm going to tell you I have it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go find it from someone else. And I'm going to understand. They're going to be like, okay, it's 10 a G. I'm going to turn right around and tell you it's 15 a G.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Price
how the
goes up, baby. Hey, motherfuckers do that on gas. They do that on, it's a tax.
You know what I'm saying? And like this the other day or whatever, a couple months ago or whatever, because I'm not trying to get indicted or anything.
Yeah.
But
we definitely don't want to get you indicted on this show.
I'm in doing this stuff and someone
I've
hit
had
me
way
up.
too many of my clips used in court cases before. We don't need another one.
What? Hold on, let me just cut the story right there. I'm cutting the story right there. Hold on, you'll just be used in court? Hold on.
We had,
Hold
way
on.
back in the day, when we were doing the Sunday show, we were in Salina, Kansas. We had this guy we affectionately had nicknamed Hollywood Ed Baldwin, and Hollywood was supposed to supervise me and Ross Long. He was gonna monitor us. So he'd watch our Sunday show. So we would talk about Ed. So one day Ed made a comment about we had like a lot of these rappers and heavy metal guys and people on the show. And we had these two black guys on there. They were rock and roll guys, Sprout and Darkness. And he made some nasty comment about Jiggy's always having these N-words on his show. And it got out and it got back to us.
Oh, wow.
So I got a hold of Sprout and Darkness one day, and we were at the Blue Goat back in the day in Salina. And I said, we have got, Sprout and Darkness with us. I want to talk about Ed Baldwin because according to Ed Baldwin, I always have these N-words on my show. Yeah. And I said, ironically, I'm standing here, and Ross pans the camera to these two black guys, and I go, ironically, I'm standing here with two N-words. And they had a blast. And they started talking about how they were going to start, they were going to form a heavy metal group called the HNIC. The
head nigga in charge.
Head niggas in charge. They were going to do their very first show in Ed Baldwin's backyard. And they were going to have a bunch of white women, black women, and buckets of chicken everywhere. They used every black stereotype you can think of in this video.
Coolers full of grape Kool-Aid.
Grape Kool-Aid watermelon. It had it all. So then Ed takes me and Ross to court over stalking. Some dumb thing. So they took us to so he brought this like carry-on luggage full of videos and all this crap. So he wanted to run a video because he had to prove evidence, all these things. And he ran that video of me, Sprout, and Darkness talking about him. And he ran that video in court. Yeah. Now, they had the ability to use YouTube and all these things. He didn't do that. It's a video of him sitting in front of his computer monitor.
I'm dead. Stop it.
Quit
playing.
His camera.
Quit playing. I'm dead.
And so you see the reflection of him and his camera off the screen. And he's filming this YouTube video. And at the bottom it said the YouTube video at that point had 307 views. And so he kept telling everybody, That's 307 black people that are going to come get him. So yeah, we've had moments on this show that have ended up in court. And what's funny about it is that Sprout and Darkness say a couple different really funny jokes during this video where they're making fun of Ed Baldwin and how he's an old white guy and all this crap. And Ed played this video like 4 to 5 times because we just had to play this video in court 4 to 5 times. And there was this black bailiff in there, and about the 3rd time, he just couldn't take it anymore, and he starts laughing. Well, he didn't laugh. He was like, doing all this because he's just about to die because of these jokes. And after the court session was over with for the day, he runs out of the court, runs over to the rest of the black cops that were at the city building, and he's like, "Oh, I have just seen the funniest damn video. You have got to see this." So he has these motherfuckers pull up on their phone, and they're watching this video at the courthouse in Salida.
So what happened with that case, though? Did you get charged?
They threw it out.
They threw it out.
Because what it turned into was instead of, there was 6 different people trying to get things proved. He was trying to prove that we were stalking him. We were trying to prove that he's a racist, because that's what he fucking was. And then the head of Access TV, who had got this whole thing started, she didn't hide it. She was like, "Yep, I walked Ed across the street. I filled out the papers in my handwriting." She admitted to the whole thing that it was a big old fucking plot. So he would get people on the stand and he would be like, "Well, you know, I'm not a racist." And then he would have these people explain why he wasn't a racist. And it's like, you're not here to do that. You're here to prove that we're stalking you. And he had met his wife, I guess, at a strip club. So he gets his wife on the stand, and she does this weird thing where they were having her explain that they had met at a Walmart and not at a strip club. He wanted to make sure that everybody knew he did not meet his wife at a strip club. And me and Ross and our attorney are sitting there going, what in the fuck does this have to do with stalking?
Yo, so ultimately because like through all these trials and tribulations of the jails and institutions I've been in, I've learned a lot of law. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yes.
So like people even hit me up like 2 days ago. Someone hit me up on Facebook like, "Do you know Judge Trish Rhodes?" Yeah, I've been in court with her like 3 times. But basically like, and in the 48 Laws of Power, it's like it says something like because I'm an intellectual, so it says it's like respect is everything, and image is next to respect. So once you ruin your image, then it's forever. The people are gonna forever see you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what he was trying to do was save face right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was big time trying to save face.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, "I'm not a racist.
I'm not a racist.
I got a black cousin. And my cousin's married to a black guy. My nieces and nephews are half black." No, sir. You can still be. Look,
you can still be racist.
Look, through all my incarceration and time, like, I'm not a racist. Am I prejudiced? Slightly. Do I see people for what they are? You know, if a black dude busts in here with some chicken in his hand, some KFC chicken in his hand and a watermelon, I'm like, "God damn, nigga." That's because that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? Talking about baby mama drama. No, you're black. You're a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But if a white guy busted in here with a mullet on and fucking cut off shorts and some cowboy boots, talk about let's go truck driving. Okay, redneck.
He's a redneck. He's a honky.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not like
whole 9 yards.
It's not racist if that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like
I hear you, man. Well, let's do this. Let's get to this last track here. This has been fun, by the way. Just all the shit that goes here and there and everywhere. Okay, so Temptations.
Okay.
Tell me about this track, man, and then we'll play it here in a few.
So, shout out to Drip Drop. My big homie Drip Drop. I was in county at the age, I believe, 18. I was in county.
Wow.
And my big homie Drip Drop, I was on top bunk. He was on bottom bunk. He was like 32. I was 18. You know, he's my big Jitty homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Drip Drop. So, like, he would have me in the workout car. He'd be like, wake up, little nigga, do your 400 push-ups. You got to get 1,000 today.
Jesus.
That's
1,000.
Yeah, we do 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 back arms a day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so, like I'm not a little dude.
No.
But anyways, he's like, I'm busting all my raps for him, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay, so you can rhyme, but you're not saying nothing. You're making music with no content, with no actuality in it. You know, and I'm like,
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, it's good music. Don't get it twisted. But you should make music that's gonna change someone's life. People are gonna be like, man, he really just said something in that song. I was like, bro, just give me some topics. My big homie, give me some topics. He was like, I want you to write about temptations and desires.
Okay.
So, literally, like, when I do time different than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I can either stay up 16 hours during the day and sleep 8 hours at night, or I can stay up 8 hours at night and sleep 16 hours during the day.
Well, there is
Do less
that.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I stayed up all night writing this song. And then that's when this came out. You know, the first verse is about my desires. The second verse is about how temptations, you know, and like, I showed it to him in the morning, and he just started shaking his head. He's like, now you're saying something. Temptations, YGF book.
Fantastic. Well, here we go. It is Temptations on our Sunday radio broadcast.
You fight temptations
Every
every day. I'm talking daily, nigga. You get tempted every day out the week. You know what I'm saying? Not a day out the week you not tempted. It's making me crazy. Too crazy. Temptations.
Mister, can you please turn that volume down?
Temptations is weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. Temptations is weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. What I desire is money and power. Making bills, running get it's a make shower. Take over office and jump towers. Roll up a blunt that'll smoke. Get a bad bitch and then destroy a flower. Just like a snow choke, my mission is power. Just like a snow choke, I'm moving that powder. Never will back out, I need all my bugs. Best way to stop me is put me in cuffs. I got a mission I have to complete. Until then I won't rest, until I won't sleep. I see my mission inside of my dreams. Temptations I'm fighting, they will not get me. Temptations I'm fighting, they will not get me. Temptations are weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. Temptations are weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. Temptations are weighing so heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Temptations are weighing so heavy, so much on my mind is beginning to stress me. Sick of the way that my life has been headed. Hoping that God to just give me corrections. Pray every night, asking for blessings. So many times I thought I learned my lesson. Next thing I know, I'm back getting arrested. Stuck in my ways, I can't change my direction. My only hope is to get out the message. Life is not all about juking and flexing. Sometimes it's more about making progressions. Sometimes it's more about making corrections. All of my goals so my mom can stop fretting. All of my goals so my bros have whatever. I'm trying to see like a million or better. I'm trying to see like a million or better. Temptations are weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. Temptations are weighing me heavy, it's driving me crazy. I'm losing my visions. Praying for patience under much pressure. Still in the process, completing my mission. Temptations, man. I told y'all, temptations is a bad motherfucker. Temptations, real shit. HK, Young Bull on the track, nigga.
Lester, can you please turn that volume down?
I like the last part. It's great. Whose kid is that? On the that makes the comment on the
Where?
Love that.
What kid?
The kid halfway through the thing. Where is it? Right here.
Let me see. Hold on. I gotta come.
Lester, can you please turn that volume down?
Where he says turn the volumes down. Where he makes the
Track, nigga.
Lester, can you please turn that volume down?
turn the volumes down.
That was me.
Okay, I thought maybe it was your kid or somebody's kid.
No, that was me. I'll be playing with my voice.
we have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast. This is quite the deal. This has been quite the conversation today. We've talked a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, how do we get in touch with you on social media, websites, buy your music, all this stuff, man?
So right now I'm working on getting myself on Spotify right now. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get me on Facebook, Dakota Groover, DAKOTAHGRUVER. But for real, you need to go check out the music videos. That Temptations is about to come out with a music video probably next week. I'm hoping on to YGF Bull on YouTube. Check them all out. Subscribe and share. You know, I just want. If you need to get a hold of me, just get me on Facebook. Instagram is YGF the Bull. You know what I'm saying? YGF _ the Bull. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get this stuff popping. You know, really. I'm gonna get an artist page set up and send it to you. I'm gonna get an artist page set up. That's what I need to do ultimately.
We have got a great guest in studio, and we will definitely do this again, my friend.
All right, for sure.
I
forgot SoundCloud.
This. Yes, go ahead, brother.
YGF Bull on SoundCloud. Check it out.
There it is. Well, we will see you next week. We will be back with you.